So, I haven't seen any unboxings of the newest Oryx Pro online, so I figured I would do one. This is going to be rather unprofessional. I'm just holding my cell phone, but in case anybody was curious. There's some pretty cool art here. So I'm switching from a old MacBook Pro. It's a 2015, and it was only a 13-inch, but it was rather slow for the things I needed to do for transpiling. So I decided to upgrade. And I went the Linux route. Let me grab a knife. So I am a web developer, usually doing front-end stuff, mostly with React. I do some back-end here and there, but not often. I think the only thing I'll really miss from Mac is Sketch, which is a good program for designing websites. Let's see, so we get a card here. Oh, nice. We get some nice stickers. Just have Sentinel. And a little letter here. Thank you letter. Alright. Already putting smears on it. Oh, this actually looks a little nicer than I thought it would. So this has the latest i7 in it, which is a 6-core, and it's quite a large jump from last year's i7s. And it looks like we have a HDMI port, power port, 2 mini displays, USB-Cs I believe, and then 2 normal USBs. Another USB. Looks to be like a mic and headphone jack. A SIM card, or not SIM card, the camera media cards, and finally an Ethernet cable. I didn't have an Ethernet cable on my Mac, and the Wi-Fi was pretty slow, so that was unfortunate. But yep, this is it. So we have holding on to you. So we have a power brick. This is actually not as large as it could be, so I'm happy with this size. It's not too bad considering the graphics card and processor on this. Looks like there's a dummy SD card to fill in that hole. And then, of course, the other piece of the power cord. And it looks like they give you a microfiber cloth for cleaning your screen as well. And then there's actually a little bit more art that I missed. Looks like they have some stars, lightning, some sort of train, and then it says, "What will you make?" And my answer to that is a flashcard program. Okay, we are now out of the box, plugged in. I've had a few minutes to look at the computer. I was impressed with how good the trackpad felt and how smooth the scrolling was. It is definitely not as smooth as Mac. There's no doubt about that, but it's good enough to where it will not bother me whatsoever. So I'm excited about that. The 1080 screen is what I opted for on this one. Hey girls, can you be quiet, please? I opted for the 1080 instead of the 4K screen, and it looks surprisingly good. It's still obviously more blurry than, say, a Retina display or a 4K, but I think it'll work better with all Linux programs, and if I need a 4K screen, I can just hook it up to that one in the back. So I think that'll be good. The keyboard felt really good. The keys were easy to push. And generally it had a good feel. The keyboard lights can change colors, and we'll see if I can do this with, because I kind of need two hands for this. I was not able to use two hands and hold my phone at the same time, but you can switch the keyboard light colors. When it started up first, it had 3 different colors and it would pulse through some different stuff. I don't know if you could do that by default, but for me, I'm definitely going to keep it as a single solid color. It seems like it'd be less distracting, but I definitely like having the option of changing what colors I can use. Yeah, so the reason why I opted for the System 76 computer, I was looking into, because as I said before, my previous computer was a Mac. I was looking into a good Mac that wouldn't be slow like the one that I had, and if I bought the latest MacBook Pro, it'd be about $3,000. And this is actually significantly faster than the best Mac right now, and I got it on sale. It was $100 off, but basically it was like I'm saving $1,200 to go Linux and have a faster machine. Although the display isn't as nice, but that wasn't important to me. And I don't know. It seemed more practical, and it seemed like a better idea to me. So I will probably write a review later on how it was switching.